There we go. Let's see.
Also, I'm gonna try something a little different today, so bear with me while this session goes on.
I wouldn't recommend sounding by yourself.
That is not what I was referring to.
Okay.
Okay, this should work.
I'm gonna actually use the book instead of
Ooh!
improvising it.
Ooh! We're gonna use the Curse of Strahd book to play Curse of Strahd!
Yeah. Or rather, I'm going to actually like read out of it rather than just fucking read it before the session and then do shit and
then
like
pull
do a
it
lot
out.
of prep and like make a bunch of shit. Because Argon Russell's kind of like fine how it is, so
you don't need to improve it.
pretty much.
One of the few things in D&D 5th edition that's actually
Like,
good, is what you're
to
saying.
give you like some context, normally when I run a session, I have about like something like 8 to 10 tabs open.
Yeah,
Right
I know what
now,
you mean.
I only have 4.
Oh no, we're doing a minimalist Curse of Strahd session, I see.
Yes,
Because I think Reese already did a lot of prep for this, and
yes, he did.
He's douched, he's flushed, he's cleaned his Tims.
I have my dice.
Ooh, he's
that's right, yeah, you fucking got your stuff from Ireland.
Dice.
Fuck, yes.
Yeah, we get to hear our death. Yes.
Oh, that's
Hear
fun.
that nice clickety clack.
Roll it for me, baby. Roll me that clickety clacks. Come on.
Fucking dig them out of this goddamn fucking thing.
I just look at the map. Our don't of Vosalt. I love it.
They are. Oh, I haven't actually seen these dice in about 3 months.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Let's see. Can you hear anything?
No.
No?
Unfortunately.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. That doesn't fucking. Well, I can see it.
Well, you can just turn up the sensitivity on your mic.
But then we'll hear every time he fucking grinds his teeth together, or every time we do something wrong.
What's the problem with that?
There is no wrong.
There is. There is. There's several things that you can do wrong.
Funny. Okay. Also, maybe some music a little bit more slower paced and atmospheric right now.
Yeah,
This is well like almost combat-y.
You got it, boss. Let me see what I can do.
I need some horror ambiance.
Last we left. Wait, Paul's not here.
Oh shit!
When did Paul leave?
I don't know.
That's a good.
I didn't even notice.
Classic Paul.
Maybe let's not mention the fact that we just didn't notice he had left when he gets back.
He's gonna watch the recording later.
Oh.
I mean, does anybody watch the recordings later? Because I don't.
Shut the fuck up. I have views.
He gets a view.
Even watching it on repeat by yourself doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
Okay, adjust that volume.
Whoa! Whoa, that's a mic.
Yeah, it's headset.
Interesting.
That's weird.
Does this work? Does, oh god.
Is this your old laptop?
Oh, he's changed
This is my
angle!
laptop.
Ah.
That's weird. Everything's
Wait,
reversed.
Can you plug your fucking mic into it?
Yeah, probably.
Man, it's like I'm talking. It sounds like I'm talking to 2016 Paul.
It pretty much are, yeah.
God, this
me,
takes me back to Fire Sky days.
Oh jeez.
Oh. Nathan.
This takes me back to bullying people on fucking.
Nathan, I'll bully you if you don't move your goddamn phone.
Sorry, hang on.
Well, that's him.
Phone's over here now. Okay. So
That's him. Okay. Because I've been
it's
thinking
not me.
It's
not. No, it's Amrita.
No,
Amrita, it is you.
always
It is you,
Nathan.
Amrita.
It's always new.
No, it's Amrita.
Yeah.
Is that better?
That's a lot better.
Yes.
Let's use my
Mod. That's how we can
Excellent.
should be able to hear you.
It's actually strange seeing your actual room.
This is my actual room.
I'm so used to fucking Nathan's.
Look at my bed and my box is full of shit.
Every time the angle like a Paul changes, I am hit with the reality that yes, this man exists. He's not just a fucking 3D image. Like Just slapped onto Discord.
He's not an
He's
ego.
not. No, he's not an AI. He actually is
Oh.
like, yeah.
What I like is that we can also now see what Sean looks at in that other screen.
Oh boy.
Are those miniatures?
Where?
Are those miniatures? You look at
Maybe.
Warhammer miniatures? You don't get
No,
workshop
fuck no.
today?
No, it's Hairforge.
Oh, okay.
Hairforge.
What about?
Don't judge my hair.
Get
I
Nice.
was talking about on Sean's screen. Wait,
Nice.
you have Warhammer miniatures?
Yeah. Wait, what?
You have a
You a
dreadnought?
Dreadnought?
Yeah, I picked this fucking years ago.
Oh, okay.
That was
Fair.
recent.
Like a fucking.
Oh shit, that's cute. Anyway, so
Anywho.
I believe we left off with you guys arriving at Argynvostolt.
Yes.
We were coming up the mountain.
No, I believe we arrived because we got shown the picture of what it looked like.
Yes! Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yes.
We literally just got shown the
It's
picture.
in
That's
my
the last thing we
fucking
saw.
notes, motherfucker.
So here we go. Here we go. Straight from the book itself, boys and girl.
Fuck you, Paul.
Eh?
He's fucking-
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Sorry, Reese, continue.
You guys are walking along the roads. This fairly less traveled as the road you were on previously. After you took that turn down to the south off of the main roads, immediately this one is far more overgrown. Occasionally walking along, your feet hit like hard stone. This seemed to be at one point been like a slightly cobbled road, but centuries of
Stop it! Fuck's sake, stop it!
centuries of neglect have all but removed or covered most of the stones that were here. The path is fairly overgrown, but no trees have really started to grow up on the road itself, so it's still kind of meanders fairly well. You follow it, and as you round a corner, you see ahead of you this sight. High above the river valley juts a quiet promontory, upon which looms a what the fuck's this word?
Oh, Sepulchre.
Sepulchre.
Sepulchre mansion.
Bullshit.
Its turrets capped with fairy tale cones, its towers lined with sculpted battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as is part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark octagonal tower rises high above the building at its rear. The mansion itself appears to stand about 3-4 stories tall. The tower behind it, perhaps 6 or 7 stories. The top of that tower, there seems to be like a strange collection of like mist or cloud, darker than that around it, just a like sort of what's the fucking word? Emanating, surrounding
Yeah.
the peak of the tower. Something definitely seems afoot. The building itself, though, stands quiet, silent. You approach up, see many windows, some of stained glass, some of just normal. All dark, no lights. Some of the windows have been smashed. Just in front of the large mansion, perhaps 15-20 feet from the front doors, there is a tall statue. Perched atop a 10-foot wide, 10-foot high cube of solid granite is a moss-covered statue of a dragon. Its wings tucked in close to its body, the statue looking directly towards the mansion.
Would be able to possibly just investigate the stone, see if there's any markings on it. Maybe like this is like on the main path leading to the house? Is there any like markings like?
Sort of, yeah. Picture it like the road kind of comes up, and then the road kind of seems to go in like a small, like it splits and goes into like a little circle with this statue in the middle facing towards the house. So like it goes around the statue kind of. If you imagine like a carriage, we could come up, kind of go like around this front of the statue, pull up,
Right.
people get out, goes
Yeah.
around the statue,
Yeah.
and continues back away. Yeah.
Yeah, like a circular like garden in front of a lot of mansions that you'd see like in carriages.
Yeah, how it always happens in movies when people pull up to
Yeah.
the big mansion and shit, like they've got the little circle. So
Okay.
yeah.
No
I guess
garden,
it's
just
facing
this.
towards the mansion. Yeah,
Sorry, what?
it's facing towards the mansion.
Yes. It looks. There's a picture there just for scale.
Oh fuck!
It's a very large statue.
Right, yeah.
Statue.
That's a big statue. Possibly investigate it, see if we can spot anything.
Go up. Start having a look at the statue. Roll me investigation.
Will do. Investigation.
Where's the picture?
What's right?
This, or,
I can't hear you.
you said there's a picture of the statue somewhere?
Oh yeah, sorry. I showed it on my camera here.
Oh.
Fuck, that's a big.
Okay.
That's a big fucking Dargan.
Yep, it's big dragon.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
It's a dragon.
Roll 4. Lewin is probably so just
4.
like overwhelmed by the fact that there's this massive stone dragon.
Reese,
Yes,
can I use stone cunning, please?
absolutely.
Wonderful. That allows me to use double my proficiency bonus for a history skill check
Okay.
for the origin of stonework. So, double my intelligence history. My history is 0, which means that this is going to be a flat 1d20 plus 6. So I'll just roll that.
Okay. Lewin, you
Yes.
kind of go up to the statue, like looking around a little bit, kind of standing, like hands on your hips, like looking up this thing. You're not able to glean much. You're not particularly familiar with stonework, masonry. Nor are you familiar with dragons to an extent. You don't glean much.
Besides like myths and legends I was told
Yeah,
as a young lad, nothing.
Exactly. So you're kind of like walking around looking at all this. What's your fucking name again? Grigori?
Grigory Grimalkin.
Grigori.
Gory.
Grigori.
Mm-hmm.
You're like looking at this statue. Come a bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
As you like come up, you see nothing about the statue jumps out at you immediately upon closer inspection. Whole thing seems to have been carved from a single piece of granite. A lot of it though in like places is cracking and breaking after just centuries of no like maintenance per se. Just pieces have broken off here and there. There's large cracks in places covered in moss. But as you're like looking at it, something about like the jaw kind of like catches your eye.
Mm-hmm.
You're just staring at it for a second, trying to like work it out, and just when like pops into your head, that jaw's on a hinge. As Loon steps in front of the statue, where you hear a click, you immediately just rush forward, shove Loon out of the way as the jaw drops open. As there's like a little,
Oh,
you all kind of freeze for a second.
Fucking hell, mate.
they trapped a statue?
What fucking cunt traps a statue?
Nobles.
That's a good point. Nobles, yes.
I mean, you have a statue to breathe fire. Should
Yes.
show it off to the guests.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not like it's fucking
Right.
important.
I mean, it's
See if
very
there's
old.
any aura coming from the statue.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Are you trying to just like look with your normal eye kind of thing, or like you using detect magic?
Look. Look with your
Look at
special
your
eyes.
special eyes.
Where am I? What level are we now? We are
7, I believe.
level
I don't know.
7.
Yeah, pretty sure we're level
Fuck
7.
yeah.
Nope, 7.
I'm playing at level 6. I'll play from 7 next time. I don't know if I get anything at this.
Okay.
You
As a
probably
wizard,
Level
you
6
do.
wizard. Do you think a level 6 wizard would be able to tell with just the eyes though?
To what?
Maybe some sort of arcana roll to see if there's any.
Yeah.
actual physical
Yeah,
damage.
okay. Give me an arcana.
What was that?
That
What
was
did
an
we
8.
get?
Nothing about it, like, visually tells you that there's any kind of, like, magical nature to it. If
Okay.
you want to get, like, an absolute definite yes or no, you would need, like, to cast a spell.
Oh. If I want to check if it's like dead or alive kind of thing, that would also be a spell, right? That would be better to do through magic than through like a medicine or something.
Yeah, if you're trying to work out if this is some sort of, like, statue that could
Necromancy.
animate or something, then yeah, you
No.
need, like, to make magic straight up.
Okay, let
It's
me
kind of
do
like
that.
the whole thing of, like, inanimate objects is that they are
Inanimate.
inanimate and impossible to tell most of the time without, like, magic or I guess, like, fucking hitting them real hard and seeing what happens or something.
Yeah. So detect magic works? Yeah.
Yeah, I think magic works.
Okay.
Okay. Cast Detect Magic, and so immediately your vision kind of, like, flickers for a second and you can see magic around you. Any magical items any of your companions will give off, like, a faint aura. As you look up at this statue, you see that, like, in the jaw, like in the open mouth, you can see there's, like, the faintest trickle of evocation magic. You can tell immediately just from how faint it is that at one point this was definitely some sort of, like, spell, that would, you're not exactly sure what, but some sort of spell that would, like, be cast upon the trigger, but through some fault or another, it is no longer functioning.
So it's a trap? Or it was a trap? Or it was intended to be a trap?
It is / was a trap, yeah.
Oh my gosh, everyone, a trap. It was a trap. I don't think it works now though.
Must have been put in a long time ago.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
It's fucking rough, man.
Thank you for that, by the way.
I couldn't.
No problem, mate.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I just said no
Just-
problem.
No. Paul says
Argent Vast holds itself race.
Yes.
It's like a large mansion, isn't it?
Yeah, like, it looks very all stone. Lower floors all, like, very, like, just typical, like, mansion looking 3 stories, but the actual, like, roof itself is all very, like,
Ah, yeah.
parapets and battlements and turrets.
So I could
Like-
definitely get a peek in through the windows.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's loads of windows, half of which have been, like, smashed in.
Do you mind if I try to take a look first?
If you feel comfortable, go for it.
Sure. That
So
Harp will give
look-
you a hand.
like, looking at the mansion itself, there's the main entrance dead ahead of you, flagstone stairs leading up to it.
Mhm.
Either side of that, there would be 2 windows.
Mhm.
Then at each corner of this mansion, there are large, like, circular, like, turrets type
Mhm.
parts to it.
Yeah.
So think of it like, literally, think of a square shape with then circles at each
parts and
corner.
4 corners like towers.
Yeah, basically. So it's looks very defendable.
Okay. Can I
So yeah.
try
And
to sneak in and get looking through one of the windows to see if I can see into like the main hallway?
Let's see.
Can I roll a stealth?
There are, yes, please. Yeah, there are windows that, yeah, you think would look. They're close enough to the main doors that you think they could look into the main hall.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like even it's like the room beside. Like I get.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, if you just go, like, look at the sort of first window after the doors,
Yeah.
you like, creep up. You have to kind of like would go on tiptoes a little bit just to get to the base, but you can peek up. You manage to look through one that's like half of it's been smashed in. There's like a solid like like foot and a half gap. Peer in. You see a fairly grand like entrance hall. Immediate thought is you don't see any movement. You don't see anything um worthy like anything threatening. Large entrance hall. You see at the far opposite end, maybe about 50 feet away from the door, is like a large main staircase that like leads up and then like splits left and right. You see a series of doors leading off from this entrance, all of which seem to be closed. One or two were like slightly ajar, but mostly closed. A lot of debris lying around. Looks like there used to be old like tapestries hanging from the walls. Some are still there, very tattered, like moth-eaten. Some on the floor. Nothing else catches your eye. Looks as abandoned as a place can be.
Sort of give them the wave over, like. "Whoop."
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
It appears empty, but I don't mind going first to check if there's any more traps.
I mean, you're pretty deft at that, mate.
If you're absolutely
If
comfortable
you
taking the lead.
I want to stay close to you for backup, just in case. But
10 feet or so.
I'm pretty good
Yeah.
at running away, so as long as you
in the
don't
same
give me
area.
melee when I'm sneaking, that should be alright.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait till I give you the way for top.
Okay.
Sounds good to my mate. Happy with that.
Yeah, so I like peer around the entrance and like take a step in and like scanning the floors and walls for like traps.
Are you going in like through the window?
I know I'll go around to the front door.
All right,
peek in
okay.
And then take a step in, making sure no loose floorboards or pressure plates or tripwires or anything.
Okay. As you come away from the window, go like back around to sort of like these stairs lead up. The steps like flanked with like these like stone railings that climb to a landing in front of a pair of like tall wooden doors. Very warped looking from like age. A lot of the metal bandings and like nails you can see have like rusted. But you can see that like, there are knockers on each door, shaped like small dragons, like dragon heads. And carved into the lintel above the door, it says Argun Vostholt.
This is definitely the place. Can I like try the door?
Yeah, you go to like give it a push.
Mhm.
Like after like a sort of like kind of like press on it, you're like, is this locked? And then as you're kind of like still thinking about it, it like gives a little bit. It's just very worn and aged.
Just rusty as fuck.
Yeah, basically, because it's probably like.
Oh, I like stop and like push it a little bit more until I like edge my way in. Can I try
You
to
get
push it?
like a foot wide gap in it.
Perfect.
You could like
Ah,
squeeze in, so you could.
pretty thin for an elf. So.
Yeah.
Can I check to see if I see any traps immediately? Or I'm like checking before I like place my feet down and stuff.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Ooh, 11.
Okay. You step in very gingerly. You scan the floor before placing your foot down. Take a step. Look around you. Check the floor again. Take a step. Look around. Don't see anything. As you step in fully to the room, well, into the entrance, this room feels like a king's tomb. Grand staircase leads up to stone balconies, held aloft by stone pillars and arches. Tall faded tapestry depicting a nobleman in silver armor hangs from an iron rod above the staircase landing, directly opposite you. 6 sets of double doors lead away from this foyer. Along the walls, displayed on marble pedestals, are 3 alabaster busts of handsome men, A fourth bust and its pedestal have been knocked over and shattered to pieces on the mosaic floor. 2 chandeliers of wrought iron hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders.
Okay. I'll like peek out the door and like, keep the way for the rest to come in.
Oh,
You all kind of
Yeah.
cautiously come in.
Mhm.
You see, I imagine you've taken a couple more steps inside as well.
Mhm.
The upper freak.
The jet magic still on.
Yes, it lasts 10 minutes.
10 minutes it does. Yeah, I was gonna ask.
It's been like a minute and a half, if even. It's still up. Maybe it's been 2
Yeah.
minutes. It's
I prob-
definitely it's still up. You've all stepped in. It's dark. Not like pitch darkness. You can still make out things, but it's fairly dark. There are no lights that you can see. The main hall you're in, it goes about 50 feet back before it reaches the staircase. The ceiling of this room that you're in is about 40 feet above you. The staircases go up to balconies that like run the full length of the hall back towards you. So it's like like the second floor is like open essentially above you.
Mhm.
There are two sets of doors on your left, 2 sets of doors on your right, and then at the back of the room, either side of the staircase, is another 2 sets of doors. So 6 doors in total. As you all kind of step in here, look around, dead quiet. There's a moment where shadows in the room seem to coalesce in the center of the ceiling. Like something's like pulling the shadows in. Then in a brief moment, there's just like a surge of movement as what looks like just a large, shadowy, winged creature soars through the hall, up the stairs, and through a set of double doors at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So they're not alone.
The-
Good.
Yes.
Well,
Man, what do you think? I don't.
It's some fucking dark magic here, mate.
You say that all the time.
Yeah, but it's always true.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. This entire place is cursed.
treasure
Do I-
lies in a dragon's house. Its hands once clean and now corrupt.
Do I sense anything with my my dark magic? What am I saying?
Do I sense anything with
Oh,
my
you're
dark
saying
magic?
I am the problem.
Actually, yeah, everyone else just seen this like shadowy, what essentially looked like the shadow of a dragon fly up the stairs and through that door. Len,
Mm.
you saw the shadow as well, but you saw like hints of illusion magic.
Oh my god. Shadow of dragon and illusion magic.
Also, I forgot Irina's here. Is
Yeah,
this very creepy?
Don't worry, I don't think it's real. It's not real. Wait,
Yeah.
let me actually Google illusion magic before I say that.
Yeah.
What?
Met a lot of things in real life that can kill you that aren't real.
Your next life doesn't count.
No, I'll tell you. I met a man once. He said that it was a dream wizard. Dreams aren't real, but he said if you died in a dream, you died in real life.
Okay, so what door are we going to next?
Let's try the one on the left, maybe. First one.
Am I able to tell more than just illusion magic? Am I able to tell how fake or how harmful it is, or what in what capacity? Like, is it of interest to me?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Generally speaking, you know that illusion magic is in no way harmful. Like,
But I know where it's being cast from.
No way,
Which part of the
directly
house?
harmful.
yeah.
Mm.
Like obviously some illusion shit could like lure you into something or like fucking make
Yeah.
make a floor appear where there isn't one kind of shit. That's obviously harmful, but it
Yeah.
can't the shadowy
Someone-
creature cannot physically attack you.
If someone illusions a sword, the sword is not going to
Yeah.
generally.
So you know that much. I think with detect magic, you're not really able to glean much more than like the school.
You know the school and like where it is.
Yeah.
You know, that should be like an Arcana or something.
Identify
Yeah.
is used
Yeah.
for better knowledge of it.
Mm.
You roll me an Arcana, actually. Fuck it. You're a wizard.
Yeah.
A wizard.
Level 6 wizard. That needs
7.
to mean something.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're better than level 5 and not as good as level 7. Another 8.
Level 7.
Okay. That's fine.
Another 8. Do I use my lucky here?
Do you have lucky?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Always.
If you
I think that's my
really,
thing now. I
really
think that's
want-
just no. You know what? I will use lucky, and then we will jump right into combat within the next like 15 seconds,
probably
and then
exactly what would happen.
Why did you say that?
Okay, so the door on the left. Do you mind if I take the lead again?
Go for it.
Go for it, Yazil.
be careful.
Go.
Okay.
Left door and begin.
Yep, sword draw.
Head up to this door. You open it. This one opens far quieter. It's still old and worn, but the doors themselves are nowhere near as like rusted, given that they weren't exposed to the outdoor
Interior
elements.
doors. Yeah.
Opens up quietly. Peer inside. You seem to find yourself in some sort of a den, essentially. This wood-paneled den has been ransacked. Its furnishings tossed about. There's a cold, dark hearth that dominates the western wall, which would be to your left, between two narrow windows. And standing upright against the opposite north wall, you see a tall sarcophagus made of a black wood, with a symbol etched into the lid.
Oh, fuck off.
Can I check again for any sort of traps or anything before I proceed?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't
Oh.
see anything.
Oh,
You're like 99% sure there are no traps in this room.
Yeah, I just lean out again. Go. I thought that seems fine. Big sarcophagus, though. I don't know what the sigil is on it.
Can I go into that room and detect magic around the sarcophagus? Then?
Okay.
If
You head
that's
in as well.
people.
When you walk in, Len, you don't see any magic emanating at all from the sarcophagus.
Okay.
You know what the sigil might be then? Is the arcane in some way, or?
I don't think there is anything going on here.
Oh,
You're right.
I mean the sigil on the sarcophagus. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, there's a symbol carved into the
Oh.
lid.
Do I know? Can I do history? I'm well read.
She do be well read, yeah.
You know what? Okay.
I mean, you might know enough to know it's not an arcane symbol.
I'd say it's definitely not an arcane symbol you recognize. Roll me a history check, why not? Okay. You're not sure, you don't recognize it. You think there's like some script around it, but it's very faded. If you had to hazard a guess, you could say it looks like it could be Draconic. Which I don't believe you could read.
Let me check. Because I have a feeling I specifically chose some obscure languages. Unless it was someone else.
Can I take a look
Where's
around
languages? I've like never used languages, so where would it be?
It's under background.
yeah.
Background.
Can I take a look around the rest of the room, Reese? While
Nothing like there's a few bits of furniture that are in this room, but it looks like someone came in here maybe looking for something.
just
Yeah, like there's a couple of like parts of books almost have been left behind, a couple of pages here and there. Tables have been overturned, chairs have been broken, bookshelf like thrown to the ground. It looks like it's been basically like looted.
Yeah. Does anything?
As you're like looking past the sarcophagus, though, you see that the it's like off to one side of the sarcophagus, there's just like a simple like hinge, like oh sorry, on one side there's like hinges. On the other side, you see there's just like a simple like padlock essentially keeping it closed, which is like essentially like normal like key, like
Hinges
nothing.
in like the sarcophagus door, or like behind the sarcophagus on the wall side.
The actual door of the
Oh,
sarcophagus.
the door itself. The
So like the sarcophagus like lid can open.
Oh, interesting.
And like as you
This-
like are looking around, you see that like the ground where it would open, there's like clear like marks from where the door is like open from like repeated use essentially.
Oh,
Why would
fuck
you-
off.
Block a sarcophagus.
Because you don't want whatever fucking vampires inside getting out.
Yeah, but it's been opened, so why would the vampire lock themselves in?
Then maybe another vampire locked them in.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend,
It's still a fucking vampire, mate.
and you're a dwarf. Don't
Any...
hear me complain.
As the pair of you are having that conversation,
Mm-hmm.
it occurs to you that Gregory, as you said, it's a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
A simple little lock like that absolutely would not hold a vampire.
I can try to give it a jimmy if you want me to get it open.
You're pretty sure you could like probably hit it with the back of a weapon and break it off.
Quick
It's
vote.
also pretty like a little bit rusted too, so.
Quick vote. Everyone wants to open? Say aye. Aye.
Ah,
Aye.
fuck, alright.
Sure, we're here. Why not? So
Excellent.
Go for it.
mind if I try it a little bit more civilized than just smashing it?
Alright, mate.
Yes.
I attempt to like crack the lock open, Reese, with my knife.
Just get your knife, get some other piece of metal or something, like kind of wedge it in between it, just pry, and it'll, don't even need to check, it'll snap off.
Fuck it off.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
As you do, the door automatically kind of like just opens a little bit.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
There's like a slight little like
ease it open a little bit.
slowly creak it open.
Mhm.
The first thing you notice is that it seems to be full of shelving. And as you pull it back more, you're looking at a converted wine cabinet.
Okay.
As you see about maybe 15 bottles of wine.
A bit
Okay,
austere
good.
to hold. It's a little bit austere to hold wine, but
In this fucking country, you know what the fucking like,
Seems
mate.
to be a theme with this whole wine thing, huh?
Yeah.
What's the
You
vintage?
see quite a few bottles of, near the bottom, of Purple Grape Smash, number 3.
Ooh.
You
Favorite.
see 3 bottles in the middle of Red Dragon Crush.
Mhm.
And on the top shelf,
No way.
you see a bottle of wine that says Champagne du Le Stomp.
Yeah.
All of these marked with Wizards of Wine.
oh, interesting. I suppose we would want to take a couple of these with us.
Mhm.
Could do good to trade.
Very good to trade. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take a few
tried.
of those.
Yeah.
A few at least to trade. Yeah, so take a few, put them in our bags.
Can I take the champagne, please?
Sure.
I'll take whatever is the prettiest looking bottle.
Oh, that's going to be the champagne, surely.
You two can fight about it all you want.
Is it? Maybe.
Yeah, you take it, Leth. You take
Oh,
it.
of course, yes. I mean, it just seems like a wine cellar.
Oh no, that's
Can I like knock the back of it? See, like, what's the back of it? Is the back of it just onto the wall, or is it like a wooden backed?
Like kind of like give it a knock.
Hmm.
You don't hear anything like hollow. You
It's just
kind of like step to the side, like look at the back. Like the sarcophagus isn't like flush with the wall. You can see like the gap
so it's
behind
like
it,
that.
and yeah, it's definitely not like a secret
Secret
part
wall or
anything like that. No.
Yeah, nothing too special. It seems like it should be fine to take whatever we want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't got disturbing the dead, right? It's not really a sarcophagus.
No, it's not. It doesn't look it held anyone.
Be all right, mate.
Right.
Let's try another room.
Take what you will. I'll go to the next one along, the second
Okay.
one on the left. How about that?
Follow behind it.
That'd be 11. Okay. Go to the next set of doors. Again, door opens with relative ease. Immediately you see what seems to be a like wine storage room. You see 5 barrels that lie in like braces along the walls of this room. There's a small table with a large like tray, and a couple of like goblets on top of it. Nothing else of note really.
Check the goblets. Do they still have wine in them, or are they empty? Like,
You have a look, they're covered in dust.
oh yeah, they've been used for some time now. Okay. Oh,
Hmm.
just another wine cellar. It seems this one hasn't been ransacked, but looks of it.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Not been touched.
No. I mean the tray and the goblet seem to be like a nice silver.
It's the age. I guess you could take the goblets and the tray if you want. They're silver.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can't see anything else in here. Can I give it a good like once over to make sure I'm not missing anything in the walls or any tapestries that might have like faded away?
No. As you're looking around, the only thing that catches your note is you see the very faded on the side of each barrel. It says Wizards of Wine, Champagne de la Stomp.
Can I sidle up to this bad boy?
Yeah.
Grab a
All
goblet.
5 barrels.
Grab a goblet, and then just see if I
I think
can.
it's going to be empty.
Okay. Go to do so. Twist. Nothing comes out.
I knock on the
Yes.
barrel.
Hollow.
Can I knock on the other barrels as well, please?
Hollow. 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 Hollow.
All hollow.
Seems that whatever liquids were in them perhaps
Was it an illusion?
evaporated a long time ago or was all used up.
That fucking tracks.
Who could
This is
say?
very old.
Hey, you can always be hopeful.
So
Oh,
do I check the next door along, the one behind the stairs on this side of the hallway?
Okay.
After you.
That is 12. Let me just check.
No.
Okay, it's fine. You open these doors and find yourself in what seems to be a dining hall. A 20-foot long table with sculpted dragons for legs stands in the center of this hall. This large room that's about 15 feet at its shortest and... Oh wait, sorry. 30 feet at its shortest. 50 feet, like, wide. So you
Pretty big room.
step in 30 foot by 50 foot. Large dining room. Chairs that surround the table have backs carved to resemble folded dragon wings, and several of the chairs have been overturned or smashed to pieces. Suspended above the table is a crystal chandelier that glows almost with like a soft white light. Standing in like 2 windowed alcoves are statues that depict knights with dragon winged helms and shields. Some rainwater trickles through a crack in the ceiling, flowing to like the west wall and adding to a large puddle on the floor. From this room, 3 sets of doors lead to different places. There is another set of door that on the other side of the staircase, the other set of double doors in the main room would also lead into this room.
Yeah, this goes along the entire back of the building, sort of thing.
Yeah. From this room, there is a door like at the middle back of this room, and a door at the left and at the right.
Okay.
So 5 doors in total, almost like a pentagon type shape.
Okay.
Wait, does this one maybe need some visual aid?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Imagine a long rectangle with a door to the left and the right, the two doors from the hallway, and then a door in the middle that's like the back door on.
I'm losing. I'm
mean,
losing.
yeah.
It's fading from existence for me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's what?
Like, it's fading from my mind. There's too
Something
many.
like,
There's too many doors.
Okay.
something like this, and then you get a different color. Like that's one door, that's another door, that's the back door, and then there's a door like on this side and a door on that side. Something like that.
That is exactly what it's
Oh,
like.
perfect. And just to check, we've came in through one of those doors. Yes.
We came in
You-
through this one here.
Okay.
Yes. I'm glad
Uh,
somebody has a good theater of the mind.
Wonderful.
This here would be the staircase,
can
I
we-
imagine.
Yes.
Okay. Can
So
we
the
go through
staircase is like between two sets of doors.
door number 1, door number 2, door number 3?
So yeah, door 4 would lead back into the
Yeah.
big main hall.
Yes.
Before they
You come through 5, yeah.
Can we try to go through door number 1, please?
Sorry, can I get a better look at this large dining hall before we do that?
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
check
Um,
the table, see what's
again,
on it.
so
Any
the
fireplaces either side or anything?
there's a fireplace like between these two doors you came in.
Uh-huh.
The table itself, there's some silverware still on it, but a very sparse amount. Definitely not enough for the amount of like chairs you can see. There's maybe like 3 plates, like 4 goblets, like a single like jug, like a handful of like cutlery, and that's kind of it. Some of it's been like kind of like overturned, 1 or 2 pieces on the ground. I don't know. I'd guess it looks like someone came through here, just grabbed shit and took off or something, but didn't have time perhaps to grab everything,
Okay.
or because they didn't have enough room or something, you know. But aside from that, just the and then either side of door number 2 is where those 2 like life-size statues are of
the
like
alcoves.
knights, and like 2 alcoves either side of the door.
Those knights that are going to come to life.
Len,
What? Who
Len,
said
is
that?
it-
Oh, sorry. There's more description.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah, I got distracted by the 5 sets of doors around this room.
Are you trying to say something then? Amira?
Radia's internet is failing, it looks like.
You can't hear me?
Oh, we can
Yeah,
hear you
yeah,
now.
you're-
We can hear you now.
you're
What
fine
were you
now.
saying?
I
What are you
just
saying?
need to turn you up.
I said, did my detect magic did pick anything up this whole time?
I'd say it's probably coming to the end of it about now. I'd say the
Oh.
last thing you can detect is I don't know what type
Like
of
chandelier, I
magic
imagine.
that is. Yeah, the chandelier. The only thing in this room you pick up as being magical is the chandelier itself.
Okay.
Because I don't know what school of magic this is, I'm just gonna say you would know this from arcane studies. A continual light spell has been cast on the chandelier.
Lights like evocation or something.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure. I don't know what school it is,
I
but
believe
it's
I'd say though you just know from looking at it from like that exact type of magic, and also just like the what do you call
chandelier
like the fact it's a chandelier, but also the like the not volume, the like
Intensity?
intensity is a good word for it. Like the intensity of the magic itself, you're just like that's a light spell. We fucking use them all the fucking time. You know?
It's harmless?
Yeah, it's just light. It's just a
Okay.
light.
That's
So yeah. So doors 1 and 3 are both like simple wooden doors that are currently closed. Door 2 is a pair of like leaded glass doors. The panes kind of like cracked and broken in places. One kind of sits open a little bit, but the glass themselves, this like stained glass, seem to do like depict silver dragons in flight.
Depict what?
Silver dragons.
Silver dragons?
Is there anything in the alcove? Alcos?
Just the
before we-
statues.
Just the statues. Okay, that's fine.
Can we see anything through the stained glass doors, or is it just like opaque?
You can't see through the glass itself, due to like the actual what do you call the actual imagery that's like been
Yeah.
what do you call it? Like not painted, but like the I
Stained
don't know the
glass.
process of stained glass, but it's like proper like dark deep colors,
Mhm.
so you can't see through the glass. But
Mhm.
one of the doors is open about 6 or 7 inches, and like looking through, you see like without opening it, you can see like stairs kind of go down a little, like couple steps, and just about you can make out what seems to be a dark, misty chapel.
Interesting. Stairs down and some sort of chapel.
Hmm.
What do you think? Try one of the doors or try the stained glass?
We can take a look at the chapel, see what there's anything interesting.
Okay.
I would say yes. Yeah.
I presume you sail first. You go for a proper look and go to like nudge the door slightly, and it opens a little bit more, and you like begin to peer inside properly. Um, So what you see before you is, without a doubt, a small chapel, as you basically just like kind of poke your head in a little bit.
Mhm.
Cracked wooden pillars support a wooden like U-shaped balcony that hangs above you. Narrow archways lead to spiral staircases that crawl up to the balcony, either side of you. Uh, at the far end of the chapel rests a stone altar flanked by iron candelabras. The altar itself is carved with a rising sun bas relief. You'd recognize it as being like the general motif used for the Morning Lord. Um, Tall arching windows set with panels of stained glass decorate the walls behind the altar. Like 3 in particular, like large stained glass windows. The middle one depicting the Morning Lord, uh, and the other two just of like usually kind of the kind of stained glass windows that are in like Protestant Presbyterian churches, or just fucking like countryside shit and like
Yeah.
just like nice imagery and stuff.
How
That
was
kind
the
of
cast?
stuff. I don't know what I've never
Not
been to
even
a fucking
not even a
Catholic.
fucking picture of
What's it
your
called?
mum.
Chapel? I've never been to a chapel, so I don't fucking know.
Mm.
But yeah. Uh, yeah. One of the windows has been like shattered. You can actually see outside a little bit, so there's like a few quite a bits of like shattered like colored glass on the floor. Um, and from that shattered glass, there's just like almost just looks like a solid like waterfall of just fog that just like rolls into this room, and like kind of like makes this like ankle deep kind of mist that surrounds like covers everything. There's a few pews still sitting, some broken, some not, but you then notice that just kneeling in the middle of the chapel, you see 3 armored figures on each on a knee in front of this altar.
Interesting.
Do these armored individuals, do they all look like they're similarly armored to, like the knights that we saw, like the stone knights in the previous room? Is the
Yes.
imagery it's like similar or exactly the same?
You see 3 armored individuals, all like on a knee,
Mm-hmm.
clutching the hilts of swords that are on the ground, heads bowed. But you can see that the back of their helmets are those like with like dragon imagery. You can see that the armor is rusted beyond almost right. It's almost just completely all red and orange. Very, very tattered, like tabards hang on their bodies, and yeah, they're even like what you can see of their swords as well seem like rusted, chipped, cracked in places. They're completely motionless.
Cool.
I cast Primeval Awareness.
Yes.
So I'm going to use it level 1, so it only lasts for a minute. But I know I can sense creatures within 1 mile of me, or 6 miles if I'm in my favorite terrain. But I'm not, it's a chapel. Of aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Doesn't reveal the creature's location or number.
Okay. Does what do you call it? A foot of stone block primeval awareness the same way it does other spells for detecting things?
Does not specify it.
I'm gonna say it doesn't then. Um, you detect a lot of undead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I like my ears like perk up. Like, whoa.
You just perk up and immediately like ping ping ping. You know those are undead.
Mhm.
You get pings from above you as well.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh wait, you know the numbers, but like
On the number. They're above me too.
they're above you.
They were within a mile, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I like raise a hand, go undead about. Be careful. Above us and in there. Can I roll a survival check to see if I get any information about the undead in that chapel? Because they are my favorite enemy.
Sure.
So I have advantage in this.
Oh boy.
17.
So this is just to glean more information about the undead,
Uh,
or was it or
advantage was for tracking information.
information? Okay. If this is your favorite anime,
Mhm.
you know these are revenants.
Okay.
You know all the pings you got are revenants.
Fuck.
Oh!
Gee.
Fuck! 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 Fuck!
Revenants are fucked, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you've
How
ever
much-
had to roll
yeah.
this shit before.
How much do I know about revenants? Because I don't want to look up the monster manual. How much
Yeah.
like would my character actually know about, say, their weaknesses, how tough they are,
You
how do
know,
they detect people, stuff like that.
you know that Lucille knows that revenants are individuals who have died but cannot pass on due to unfinished business.
Mm.
There is something holding them in this death-like state,
Mhm.
and until that is completed, they will come back. Even if their body is destroyed, their like soul essentially will find
Yeah.
a new corpse to inhabit.
They can't be vanquished
And
without breaking the curse, basically.
essentially, yes. You know that it varies, but revenants can maintain a surprising amount of like their past selves,
Mm.
but they can also become mindless,
Crazed, basically.
crazed, like killing machines. It depends.
Okay. Interesting.
And as for like detecting people, their eyes and ears still work, even if they are physically not present.
Yeah, they don't really have any unnatural detection that I know of, basically. Like, they can't
Not that
sense.
you know of, no. As far as you're aware, they like aside from the being undead part, they would act as a normal humanoid enemy would.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
You also know they're really fucking hard to kill.
Yeah, I'd like take a step back, and, like, come on, gather, be quiet,
Okay.
be quiet.
It's hot in the mud.
I said be quiet.
Could you all roll me a little stealth check, by the way?
Fuck!
Can I assist them?
I'd say yes,
Because I'm like, oh fuck, we're in danger.
because this is the. I'm not gonna lie, this is more actually determining your whispering, because this mansion is dead silent.
Yes. Yes.
So even a whisper
Oh,
carry.
fuck. Well, you're assisting actually, so it's 12. Okay. Like, fuck.
It was a 12
Done.
even way, Sean.
No, I have a scale armor disadvantage.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that.
So it cancels out, basically.
Yeah, it's cancelled.
That's okay. That's actually perfect then. Yeah. As you have some conversation, you see anytime you like peek over, like look through the door again, you you see the free revenants are unmoved.
Perfect.
They do not seem to be aware of you.
We have a bunch of the revenants in here. Does anybody know what they are?
I know the word is undead. Beyond that, no.
Yes, they are. Still
Yeah.
mostly human. We cannot vanquish them unless we undo the curse that binds them to this place. Some of them might be reasonable, but they also might be crazed killing machines. It's sort of a mixed bag. It may be possible to communicate with them and see what curse binds them here. But also they may try to kill us, in which case they are very hard to kill.
Okay.
I would suggest not entering the chapel until we perhaps explore a bit more and see if we can find what binds them here without engaging them directly. There are a lot more on the second floor, but there only seem to be these three in the chapel down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know normal
Do
blades?
something about that armor. God, you're fucking creaking everywhere. It's giving me conniptions. We're
Alright.
going to get fucking found and killed.
Yes, I
So
will
revenants-
hold each
So
blade scale.
revenants turn up. Revenants turn up whenever they need something done. So we've got to figure out what that is, right?
Kind of, yes, pretty much. Let's go with that. We can
Hmm.
find out what keeps them here, why they refuse to pass on. Then we can do whatever it is that is, and they will then leave.
Yeah. You can do that.
How resistant are they to normal blades? They vampires, like the
Very.
tugs? Brilliant. Blade,
But they're also highly resistant to almost everything. So
get the
even
spear.
if you do have some sort of magical weapon, they will take a lot of killing.
Better than nothing.
I'd rather not
Oh,
fight them
shit.
at all, to be honest.
Reese just looking at the fucking stats of the Revenant, a singular
No,
one.
I know their stats. I know what they could do, but there's like one little passive I didn't even know they fucking had, and holy fuck.
Oh no.
That's gonna be fun.
They can
Okay.
also inhabit the host to continue, like, so. Like, they can take over your body to continue on their vengeance, sort of thing. If you know what I mean. So,
Perhaps possessed once, yeah.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
perhaps we leave them till we explore a bit more. Perhaps Len, can find something that maybe binds them here.
What would you have me do exactly?
Just do what we've been doing now. Look for information. The more information we have, the better chance we have of finding out whatever curse or whatever strong emotion binds them here.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's try one of the other doors for now. This one.
I would suggest that, yes.
This one first.
We can.
Wow.
They can't detect us. They can only detect us like people would, so we can slip by them potentially. But it is risky, of course.
Ah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
alright.
Cool.
How did you say the detectives again? We can.
Just normally, like a normal person would. So they see you, they hear you, that sort of thing.
Well, you.
Yeah. You know.
Alright.
So
Okay.
it is possible I might be able to sneak about, but it's it's risky.
Okay. Well, maybe I can sneak about on your behalf. That could be of help.
Maybe I can do a little bit of sneaking as well.
We could all sneak if you want to. I'm just saying it's risky if you get found. I'd rather not take that risk before we've exhausted all other options.
Mm-hmm. Stick
I
together.
think I will be fine though. They will not see me.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Like, why are you sneaking? Like, we can sneak past the ones in there, but for what reason?
Is there anything I could get from them, or do we have to look elsewhere?
I didn't see much on them apart from their armor. It's quite hard to see that far away. Yeah,
Okay.
the altar is like a brass sun to the morning lord. I didn't see any tomes or books on it.
Okay. Are these intelligent creatures? I'm asking
Uh,
outside the
they-
game.
they may retain the intelligence of their past selves, but they are also maybe crazed killing machines. You just don't really know until you engage with them.
Okay.
And so I would err on the side of caution that they may be crazed killing machines, and so we should probably not engage with them unless we really have to.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Was it the dead are better in the ground than they are down here?
Generally, yes. Good idea.
Do you recommend we just look around and find clues as to what's keeping them here instead?
Yes, before we try to engage them or sneak past them, I'd like to see if we can find anything else first. If we can find that without actually engaging them, that would be a lot safer.
Mm.
If we
Okay.
can find the curse that binds them here, and even if they're not crazed, at least we can reason with them to some extent. Does that make sense? Almost. Like help them
Okay.
in their whatever it is that they still want to
It's
achieve.
that I have invisibility, so I don't know if that's helpful in this case.
Oh, definitely, they'll not be able to
Thank you.
see you.
Yes.
But like if you knock over a pot or something, they'll know something's up.
Yeah.
And why take that risk without something to gain immediately from it? Is what I'm saying. Like if there's a book in there, then 100% sneak in and go get it. But I just don't see anything like that yet. Perhaps there is, and maybe I just missed it.
That's fine. It's okay. We can do it your way. It's fine. I'm ready to help in whatever way you think is best.
Okay. Shall we try the other doors then first?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I
Give
said
it a
this
little
was
shot.
first.
We try the left door east, or number one, I think it was.
Oh,
Or whatever.
number one.
Let's see, what would that be? That is
Ow.
10. Open that door. I presume you maybe like would kind of quietly close the chapel door behind you again, just to.
Yes,
Which
try
door
to
is the
go.
chapel behind again, by the way?
It's
number
the
two.
glass doors in the center. 2.
Ah, 2. Wonderful.
You open door number 10. Very like simple, small wooden door. Looks like it's a kitchen, or well, was a kitchen. Completely
This one
plundered.
is
Tables overturned. Floor is like littered in like rusted utensils, smashed crockery. There are like narrow windows flanking a hearth that, if you peer through, you like look out over a cemetery at the back of the building, just beside the chapel. What else? Yeah, nothing else of note really. Yeah, you can see like through the window, you can see like a cemetery to the like left of the chapel, and the base of that large tower at the back of the building. See like large, like very like a kind of like ornate doors that like lead into it.
Okay. It's just a ransack kitchen. There's not much in here really, is there?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think there's opposite the door you came in from, there is like a tattered curtain that separates the kitchen from like another room.
Oh,
Yeah, peer through. You find yourself in one of the circular like tower parts of the mansion, like the bottom of one. It looks like it was basically some servants' quarters. Yeah, do you see a few like collapsed, destroyed beds, like moldy mattresses, some like wreckage, a couple of like little like foot lockers that have been like thrown open and looted. And then there's a door immediately to your left that seems to like would run along the wall of the mansion, perhaps leading to the upper tower.
Okay. There's a tower just doesn't. I assume it doesn't have a staircase and it doesn't like lead up like a circular staircase
No.
or anything.
No.
Okay.
You're just in like the bottom. There's a floor immediately, like a ceiling rather, sorry,
Yeah,
like
there's
8 feet above
another
you.
floor, but
Like
there's
yeah,
no
yeah,
way up
but there's
to
no
it.
way to get up for you yet. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Does anybody mind if I check the cemetery?
if that, well, of course, yeah. What are you feeling?
Well, it might be useful if we know know the names of some of the knights or perhaps servants that were here.
Very good. Yes.
Especially if you don't interact with them.
Looking through the window at the cemetery, you can see that like there's a wall that runs from the like circle tower to the big octagonal tower at the back, and then from that tower then to like the chapel, like enclosing the little cemetery.
Mm.
The only way you can see the cemetery right now is like a little staircase that leads to a door that seems to lead into the chapel.
Oh, you have to go through
Sorry.
the chapel to get to the cemetery then, basically.
Yeah, I think I forgot to say that. Yeah, so there's like the two spiral staircases in this chapel that lead up to the balcony. Then there's also like a small door at the back of the chapel.
Right. Okay.
Like when you peer in through the door, it'd be like immediately to your left.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe we won't do that.
Yeah. We'll leave that to later.
Shall we check the other side? The rooms over there, and then
And let's just make sure we knock off all these doors first, and then we check the other towers. Good idea.
It's a very good idea. It's a very good idea, mate.
perhaps I might also take a look upstairs to see what the revenants up there are doing. If they are wandering, it's more likely that they've lost their minds than the ones praying.
That's fair. That's definitely fair.
Okay.
Right, lead the way. After you.
Check the right door, Grace. Door number 3. I assume it's like a similar sort of.
Yeah. You go up to that door and go to like push it open, and it doesn't budge.
Okay.
Push it a little bit harder, and it doesn't seem locked. You don't see like a lock in the door or anything. And push it a little harder. Like it gives like a couple centimeters, and you're like, there's
It's
something
barred or
blocking this
braced?
door. Definitely not barred.
braced
Because
almost.
if it was barred, it wouldn't like give at all.
Mhm.
But there's something in front of it that you can like push against, but it's causing like resistance and pushing you
Yeah,
back
okay.
almost.
They've like braced something against it, basically to lock it.
Yeah, seems that way.
Okay,
Mm.
okay, interesting. Okay, I don't want to. Shall we check the other rooms first then? Don't want to like force this and make a fucking noise.
Let's not disturb the faithful at the moment. Yeah, good idea.
So can we go back into the hallway race and then check the next door on our left, which would be the second on the right from the entrance?
Go back into the main hall and head towards that door. First thing you notice is when you step back into the hall, seems a little darker. It's actually taking to realize, but the main doors are closed. Pretty sure none of you did that.
Okay.
Probably not.
Well, we know there are undead and the revenants. It's it is what it is.
These, what are these?
Like, see if I can open this next door.
Okay, go up to this door. Find the same problem. This one gives a little bit more, and when you get like a couple inches, and you start to get to the point where you can like, there's like the tiniest like crack in the door frame where you can start to see into the room a little bit, and just all in front of the door, like through this gap, you see web.
Ooh, interesting.
Like
Thick strand
word?
web,
Okay.
as thick as rope.
Oh fuck!
Fuck that, mate.
I didn't detect any monstrosities or anything nearby, did I? And actually, I don't think it does.
Does it only detect your only favorite enemy?
Well, my favorite enemy is also monstrosities.
Oh,
You
you
did
too.
not detect any monstrosities.
Yeah, no aberrations or anything, so
No.
interesting. Okay, that's not good. Can I roll some? Can I roll like a survival check to see if I have any knowledge of this being
Sure.
like common in undead ruins or anything? Or
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that generally in abandoned, dark, forgotten places,
Big spiders.
spiders are not uncommon,
Big spiders.
especially big ones. Given the size of these, like the strands of web, you'd go as far to say giant spiders.
I relate this. Giant spiders. Is everybody scared of spiders? Don't go through here. Not that we can anyway.
For context, I'm reading in D&D, a giant spider would mean a spider about the size of a horse.
Wow.
Yes.
Not afraid of spiders, but
A big.
so
Eek.
now here's the question. This door is also blocked by these webs. Well, this door is also blocked, but
Yeah.
we couldn't tell. Might that other room also have the giant spiders in it?
Yeah, perhaps if they're connected, the
Hmm.
whole. I mean, any room could have a giant
Hmm.
spider in it.
Oh, that's a terrifying thought. Oh, don't repeat this.
Also, if you recall when I first described the mansion, I said that about a third of it looked collapsed at one side. This
Well, the
would be the
walls.
side where like,
Ah.
the building has collapsed.
Yeah. So this
That's
next front room
makes
as
sense.
well is it barred or
Yeah,
not
it's
Go to
barred?
that
but
door.
no brace?
Mhm.
Exact same thing. Either all three of these rooms perhaps have giant spiders, or at some point had giant spiders that created a bunch of webbing, or it's all one large room that's connected.
And it's
One
just,
large spider.
You're
Mm.
not sure which.
or could it be like collapsed, like stonework?
Or that because of like collapsed
Yeah.
walls and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it was three separate rooms that are
Uh-huh.
now it's one large room, but you know,
There's no way
But-
to tell from here. Yeah.
you're fairly confident this is definitely like a spider's nest of some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not there are still spiders in there, you don't know.
Oh, there
Um,
definitely are. 100%.
But you do know though that like you're fairly confident with enough a bit more force you could open this door and the second door you opened. You're confident you could open them if you wanted to. They're not like fully stuck.
Right.
Okay.
So that leaves us with three options. One, we go around, check the other towers. Two, we try and force these doors open. Or three, go upstairs and check. Which would I like to do first?
I'd like to check upstairs to see what the other revenants are doing. If they're also
Yeah.
performing normal tasks for a chapel or like a monastery that this place is, they probably haven't lost their minds. But if they're like aimlessly wandering, they probably have. And it would be best to talk to the ones in the chapel.
Good idea.
I don't know if Lynn, you're happy to turn invisible for that, if it's worth it for you or not. But it's up to you.
Yeah,
I don't mind sneaking myself.
I don't mind.
By all means, then, if you don't mind, please. I think you're probably the best.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. Tell me exactly what I need to do. I will.
You can just cast a spell.
Cast invisibility and you become invisible.
You're invisible for like an hour.
Yeah, normal visible is an hour. I think greater is a minute, but you get to attack and not break it. So
Okay.
That's okay. I mean, yeah, it's fine. You're invisible for an hour. I know how the spell works. It's okay.
All right.
I like
So
if you can hear me,
yes.
just try to observe them
Okay.
and then tell us what you see, please.
All right. What do I see?
Oh, you haven't went anywhere yet, so still the main hall.
Up the stairs.
Up the stairs. Okay. 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 I'll go up the stairs very quietly.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of them.
I'm gonna take a quick piss.
Okay.
Um,
Len, you head up the stairs. So first of all, the stairs go to your left and to your right. So like the main stair splits left and right to the two balconies running either side of the main hall. Which do you go first?
stairs to either side of the main hall, right?
Like it's one central staircase that's split left and right. You know in the Hitman mission in Paris?
Yeah, but is the top bit like connected at all? Or...
Yeah, it's like an open balcony. I mean the two balconies aren't connected. So like to go from one
Oh.
balcony, you'd have to go down the stairs and up the other stairs to kind of get across, if you know what I mean.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just go left first if there's no information about.
Okay.
If there's no indication of anything attracting me to either side.
No, it doesn't really make much difference. Nothing about either side particularly lures you.
Okay.
Left is where the shadowy dragon illusion went, though.
Oh, then I will go right.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, you go to the right. So yeah, two stone balconies that flank the main foyer. Balusters carved to resemble knights in shining armor support their elegantly carved stone railings. Weapons and shields hang on the walls on each of these walkways, with busts of handsome men flanking the like little alcoves along the way. At the end of each balcony, there is a spiral staircase that goes up.
Okay, I'll go up.
As you get to the top of the balcony, there will be, let's see,
I've been waiting for you.
like you get to the top of the balcony, corridor leading left,
Mm.
a corridor in the middle, and then a door.
Okay. Is there any light under the door or anything like that?
No.
Do the corridors lead to anywhere that I can see from where I'm standing? Or is it just black darkness?
There's nothing that like beckons you. There's no like light coming from a particular direction or anything. There's no the air doesn't feel so foul down this way kind of thing.
Mm.
It's really just a choice of like left, right, or door, or up again, up the spiral staircase.
Mm.
You're
I'll
confident that the
go-
corridor to your left seems to lead towards like the chapel, and you can see a door which you're pretty sure would lead to like the balcony on the upper floor of the chapel.
Okay, I'll go there.
Okay. You go towards that. As you go towards that door, you pass another door on your left as you like round the corner a little bit.
Okay.
Keep heading to the balcony
Yeah.
door, or do you want to look at the door on your left?
I'll try the door on my left. Let me see if I can open it.
Okay. Go up to it. You go to open it and find yourself in it just looks to be a small bathroom. Room contains an iron tub, has a wood paneling on the walls that rises to about a height of 3 feet. Above the paneling, the walls are painted with a continuous, like faded mural of a mountainscape.
Can I tell what it is? What is in the mirror? Is that
Yeah, mountainscape.
mountains? Cape? Mountainscape. Oh,
Yeah.
thinking of- sorry, I thought it was an
You're
Um,
fairly confident. It actually looks a bit familiar. As you like look at it, it seems to depict the mountains that you can see that like surround Barovia.
oh gosh, okay. All right. Have I seen this type of art in anywhere else so far in my life, in my journey here?
In Barovian, probably not. Um,
Okay.
but it's not like an uncommon type of like art to have. It's just a mountainscape, really. But no, you haven't seen anywhere else in Barovia, no.
No. Okay. All right. I close the door and I go out again and
Yeah.
look around. the
Continue
top
head
floor.
towards the balcony.
Yeah.
So as you're like kind of going along, if you imagine that the corridor you're going along like sort of curves around, and you believe it'll lead to the other balcony on the other side of the
Mm.
grand hall, the main hall. But there are a pair of doors that you're fairly confident would lead to the upper balcony of the chapel. Both are currently closed.
Okay. They're closed, like locked, or just closed?
Just closed.
Okay. I'll go to the upper balcony of the chapel.
Go up to one of those doors. You slowly open it,
Mm.
and what do you see? This wooden balcony overhangs the mansion's chapel. An exquisitely carved wooden throne rests at in the middle of the balcony between these two doors, and the narrow archways lead to spiral staircases that go down to the balcony to the chapel floor. Hanging from the high ceiling is an iron chandelier with candle holders shaped like tiny silver dragons. And from your angle, you can make out a figure just sitting slumped in that chair.
is it real or is it
It's definitely like a
or
your conversation with Yasiel, you're pretty sure this is another revenant.
okay?
Just like
I
sitting, like kind of like slumped in the chair, like you can see like one arm is just kind of like hanging off of like one side of the armchair, but the other
Hmm.
hand is currently like just grasping a hilt of a sword that's just currently sitting upright.
okay. I just silently go back out and close the door.
Okay.
And then leave that place.
Okay.
Okay. And move forward to the next option.
Right. So you
Yes.
can kind of continue following the corridor as it curves around and comes to the the opposite balcony, like the left balcony, that's above the main foyer. Like,
You Sal and everybody else from where I am.
there's a lot at the base of the stairs.
Are we
Okay, so I can.
is Lewin and I just like kind of hanging out at the moment?
I don't know what are you doing.
I probably just like sit down, took off one of my boots, shine my boot.
Keeping an eye out, doing a little bit of whittling.
Fair.
Welding in this case.
Whittling. I'm scrimshawing. I'm doing a little whittle on it with a knife and a bit of wood.
Yeah.
Okay. As you continue along the opposite balcony now, there will be similar to the opposite side. There's a corridor that branches off to your right, and further along there will be a door, and then further along again a spiral staircase that goes up.
I'll take the spiral staircase that goes up.
Okay. You make your way. Let's see. Okay. You come to the top and find yourself looking down a long corridor with two doors on your left, and then a large kind of like further along the corridor. You can see there's like a lot of like debris and collapsed wall that leads to the right.
Okay. Can I see anything from where I am in the about with the debris area? Nothing.
Speaking of, actually, could the other three make me a quick little perception check?
Will do, boss.
Oh boy.
Skills, perception. Perception, there it is.
Oh
Thank
boy. Sorry, Sean.
Say it.
Will I use survival to like track of these guys?
Keep track of the revenants, do you mean? Or
Yeah, or to like. I had just used perception.
okay. I imagine you say you're pretty much on like high alert, so you're constantly
Oh, yeah, I'm
looking
like-
around, scanning, looking, listening.
Mhm.
At one point, you're like, just as you're like looking around and stuff, listening for things, like a sort of like a flicker of movement catches your attention in the very first room that you looked in. From where you're standing at like the base of the staircase, the door is still open and you can like see into that room a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like your eyes, quickly like from the seeing at your peripheral, you like glance straight over, and you can like see into the room, see into the hearth of that room. You see a little ember just flickering.
I give Luna a kick. Put your boot back on. You stop whistling. What are you doing? My fucking house full of
Is that another fucking will-o-wisp?
I don't know. And I like go to like investigate and have a look.
Okay. You go have a look, and as you closer, you see this like little tiny ember just struggling to stay lit. It's like flickering, pulsing almost. And as you like look, it looks like little bits of like ash or like little bits of like old debris are just being like kind of very slowly like being pulled into it. Like this little ember's like doing its damnedest to keep lit.
Pull out a torch and like light it up. Like see if I can like feed it some flame or whatever.
Okay. You do so.
Mm-hmm.
Light it up. As you like go to push the torch towards it, you see like the ember almost begins to be like drawn towards the torch.
Mm-hmm.
And as it like makes contact, there's just like a flash. And sitting in the hearth, maybe about the size of a cat, is a small dragon made of smoke and fire and shadow.
Holding the torch, I'm like, well, hello there.
Head kind of like cocks a little bit. It lets out a little like kind of like caw sound
Mm-hmm.
before it takes off, flies past you and out the door,
Mm-hmm.
flies along the hall, the main foyer, up the stairs, up the left balcony, along the balcony, and up the spiral staircase. Len, just as you're beginning to walk down this corridor, you hear like a sort of flapping noise behind you and turn just to see this small, like cat-sized dragon just fly past you. This dragon of fire and smoke. Just goes straight past you and goes along the corridor and goes to the right where you can see like the large pile of rubble and debris.
Okay, can I chase after it?
Sure. And they're afraid you do anything.
I mean,
Like,
I also want to go after this dragon.
oh fuck. Okay. Let's go then. Let's try to keep quiet.
They're a fucking dragon, mate. Haven't seen one of them in a while.
I take my shoes off so that I'm extra quiet.
It's more likely
Okay.
to be the spirit that still inhabits this place.
Even
It's
better.
fantastic. It's fantastic for us.
Okay.
Perhaps.
So, three of you begin quietly but quickly ascending the stairs and following the dragon as best you can. Len, you like start removing your shoes and move quietly and begin moving. As you're about halfway up the corridor, you like hear the soft footsteps of your companions behind you.
Oh,
You like
yay.
turn and look, you see them like coming along. You catch up to Len. Well, you guys can't see Len. Never mind.
I don't know.
Um,
Yeah.
Len, you continue following the others behind. As you get to like where this pile of like rubble is, it seems that imagine like a T section kind of corridor
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with a room either side of like the long kind of part. The walls of both of the rooms have like been destroyed and collapsed. It's just like a sort of like a pile of rubble that basically joins the two rooms and the corridor between them. As you like round the kind of corner and see this pile of rubble, you can see into the room on the left. Ba, ba, ba. The room on the left just appears to be like a ruined bathroom. Just tiled floor, iron bathtub filled with debris from like part of the collapsed roof as well that's like caved in. The room to your right, you can see is a huge throne room that extends like the full size and length of the main foyer below. The opposite end of it, ba, ba, ba. Yeah. The opposite end is these like large windows that like look out over the road and forest that leads up to the manor itself. Weapons and shields that hang from the walls have mostly like fallen to the floor and covered in rust. There's a large wooden throne carved to resemble a dragon with unfolding wings that faces the windows away from you. On the floor in this room, you can see perhaps a dozen or 15 or so bodies. Some barely skeletons, bits of armor left. Some more fresh, but nothing that's, as recent as like the last year or two. But more importantly, as you all round this corner, sitting in the middle of the pile of debris between these rooms is that fiery, smoky dragon. Although now it is perhaps 10 foot tall, sitting perched, just staring directly into the throne room at the back of the large throne itself.
Hmm. Any of you boys speak Draconic?
No,
No.
didn't expect it, no.
Fuck.
Did I?
But
Did I?
if it is the spirit of this place, then perhaps you can commune with it.
As you say that,
Mhm.
you all hear a voice in your heads. Hush now. Let us speak in my study. The dragon just turns towards you and with a flap of its wings just glides directly past you, turns around the corner and goes like through a set of doors just to your left.
But it spoke to us and didn't kill us, so I don't see no reason to disagree.
So,
Mm.
yeah, let's follow and let's try not to disturb any of the undead on the floor.
Yes. Good
Yeah,
news.
nice and quiet, boys. Nice and quiet.
Sneaky peeky look.
Yeah.
I assist them in making their way towards it first. Like
Yep.
taking over a pot or something.
Okay. You make your way and which room is it actually? 40. Going towards the door the dragon flew through. You open it and find yourself in what seems to have at one point been a large study slash library type area. The room is a haven for dust and cobwebs. Three narrow windows allow like slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls, and a torn padded chair lying on its side near a massive hearth. A picture above the mantel has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. An iron door, set in the south corner of the west wall, hangs open on one hinge. And just sitting in the middle of this room is that large, fiery smoke dragon. As you all step inside, though its like mouth doesn't move, you'll hear the voice. Welcome, honored guests. 'Tis unfortunate that my house has fallen to such dispute as I cannot give you a proper welcome. I am Argenvost, and this is my home.
We are honored to be guests in your beautiful home. Maybe assist you in some way. The head kind of like, like looks at each of you in turn. The eyes are just kind of like burning coals almost.
Can he see me?
At one point, so like head looks at like the first three, then looks directly at you, Lan. You're 100% confident it can see you.
Oh boy.
Forgive me for being impertinent, arrogant ghost. But what creature are you? Are you the spirit of this place? Are you?
I am a silver dragon. Or at least I was. Remnants of my spirit linger here, trapped. This was my order, a brotherhood of the valorous. We battled corruption, and we lost everything.
Indeed, that would make.
You're sorry for your loss.
And so, sorry.
No, that's me.
And so, what would you do next? Perhaps you might know something of the grudge that binds your people to this place, and how we may release them, shall we say?
Head kind of like looks down a little bit, and then like kind of looks off to one side. Alas, my knights cannot see nor hear me. I know not what binds them, or what's left of myself. Perhaps Godfrey could be of assistance.
Godfrey?
Yes. He resides in the room next to this one.
Very well. You also said there were parts of yourself still trapped within this place. Know you anything about them?
The tower behind the mansion is my final resting place for the remains of my physical form. That is what binds me. As to why my knights have remained, I know not. I built the tower as a way to have my spirits live on, should I come to fall. But something has gone wrong. I have been unable to fix it.
Very well. We will speak with Godfrey on this matter then. Perhaps, as you say, he might know more.
We do what we can. We do what we can to release your knights from this torture.
Please. That is all I desire. We are dead, yet we live. Profanities of nature.
Fucking too right, mate.
Little better than Strahd himself.
If you know friend of Strahd then.
There's like a exhale of like smoke. Strahd and his army brought ruin to this valley. Killed my men, my brothers and sisters in arms. Broke my body. I spit on everything that is Strahd.
We're looking to end his reign as well. If you can help with it.
We've been told that there's a force for good, for protection in this house. A symbol. Would you know of anything like that? Might help us.
I know not of what you speak. As it is, my power wanes. Godfrey may have answers.
Yeah. All right, mate.
Should be fear Godfrey.
What's right?
Should be fear Godfrey.
You have nothing to fear from Godfrey. From what little I'm able to feel within my domain, he remains the most true to his past self. Some other knights are similar, but most have fallen to madness. Their hatred burns brightly. It's destroyed them. They shall find no peace.
Very well. Let us speak with this Godfrey then. And see what we can do to the rest of this place. Finally.
That is best. My power fades. I may not be able to commune with you again for some time. As he says that, you see that like some of the what at first was like a very like bright, like almost like the Balrog kind of like fire and smoke, quite like bright. It's like during the conversation, like the fiery elements have like faded and faded and faded to the point where now it's mostly just like smoke and ash.
Then be at peace. We should do all that we can.
I say that the like head, like dragon's head, kind of like bows ever so slightly. There's like an inclination of the head as the smoke and ash kind of like starts to dissipate from like the feet up, and just like almost seems to like just sort of vanish. It doesn't like the ash doesn't like fall to like coat the floor or anything. It just sort of disappears, and as it does, like a piece of paper, parchment, seems to like fall to the ground.
Pick it up.
You pick up what seems to be, at first glance, it almost looks like a journal entry.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get it up.
Play here. Hand it. Hold it.
Would you like me to send it to you, or would you like me to dictate it?
You know, if you can actually put it into a player handout, and we can have it in Roll20.
What the fuck is that?
So if you go into Roll20, you go into the bit where it says journal, where you have the characters and stuff, and you can see handouts, and you can like click a handout,
You can upload a file there.
and you can upload handouts to people, and you can actually forcefully show it to us, where it like will appear on our screen forcefully
That's kind
by
of cool.
clicking show to players,
Let's
and then-
try it.
and that will stay in our inventory forever,
All players.
so we can refer back to that later. It's a fun thing that not many people know about Roll20 anymore.
I just don't use.
We'd have to drag a file. Can I just drag the type text?
You
in?
should be able to just type the text, yes.
Okay, if I just do that. Oh, okay, I think that worked.
Oh! Journal.
Is
Is that Comic Sans? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I just fucking got it off a fucking website. Don't fuck with me.
Okay. My knights have fallen and this land is lost. Good opener. Fuck.
Today I will die. Not for avenging those who have fallen, but defending that which I love. This valley, this home, and the ideals of the Order of the Silver Dragon. The evil surrounds me. The times have come to throw off this guise and show these heathens my true, fearsome form. Let it spark terror in their hearts. Let them tell their stories of dark triumph against the protector of the Baladok Mountains. Let Argynvost be remembered as a dragon of honor and valor.
We've got a wee idea then, boys. What we got to do is we got to take the bones of the dragon down to the mausoleum.
Yes, but perhaps we could speak with this man, this other revenant first.
This
Perhaps
goblin. Yeah.
Free,
he,
Godfrey.
he may know more detailed information.
Thank you, honey. Yeah.
Well then,
Let's go talk to Godfrey.
I will. Yep, let's go talk to Godfrey. I go through the door to see Godfrey.
Go through back into the corridor, back down the corridor, kind of the way you came, to the first set of double doors that you passed, and open them. Ba, 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 ba. Inside.
I just saw your
Through the
razor
dust.
stand. I just saw your razor stand.
It's good, isn't
Sorry.
Sorry, you were saying?
Through the dust and cobwebs, you see faded war banners adorning the walls of a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above the table, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs with wood-carved dragons perched atop them. Slumped in 5 of the chairs are gaunt skeletal humans in tattered chainmail. 5 in total. They all turn their heads towards you as you open the door. One at the head of the table growls, "Why do the living disturb the dead? Who are you? What do you seek here?"
We are a group of adventurers. We've come seeking a man named Godfrey, the behest of the Silver Dragon, Argynvost.
Head kind of cocks aside a little bit, checks and then stands. "I am Sir Godfrey. At the behest of Argynvost, you say?"
Yeah.
What remained of his spirit, anyway, spoke to us.
"Possible. Argynvost died centuries ago. If his spirit lived on, how would we not have heard from him?"
I look to Len, or...
Len's invisible.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right. I don't know where Len is. I look to Grigori.
Better to talk to someone that's living and can change things than talking to the dead that can't.
What?
What's the point of talking to you boys? You're going to be stuck here for for who knows how long. We're looking to change things around here. Looking to kill Strahd.
He did ask that. Grigori. That's not what he asked.
What? Why would he talk to us instead of them? That's why.
Well, perhaps, but they also, because as he said that the fell hand that struck him down, Strahd, has interfered with his spirit. He's not resting in the place that he should, and so his powers are greatly diminished. There's only through chance that we managed to encounter it.
There you go, mate.
He just sort of stares at you, Grigori, for a few seconds. Just his gaunt, unblinking eyes. Before he just sort of sighs, sits back down. "It matters not. You're not the first to come seeking answers, seeking a way to destroy Strahd. I doubt you'll be the last. But let it not be said that I am not a chivalrous host. What do you wish to know? How might I be of assistance?
Right.
The
Argynvost.
grudge that binds you and your compatriot here. Perhaps you know of it.
Kelly looks down. It's like a very like almost like 1,000-yard stare as like he kind of like looks back up. Our leader, Vladimir Horngard. It is him that binds us. His hatred for Strahd runs so deep and so bitter. It's brought a portion of us back. As long as he hates, we shall not rest. And I blame him not. Strahd took everything from us, especially Vladimir. He made him watch as he cut down brother after brother, killed his lover in front of him, and slew Argynvost.
Do not blame him this hatred.
Nor I.
Do you know where we might find him or his remains? 2 minutes. Rest.
His remains lie in the throne room.
You seen the throne room? That character?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
The dragon was like staring at the back of the throne that like looks out
Right.
over
Yes.
the windows.
So,
Hmm.
so
If we were able to return Argynvost to his delightful resting place, I think that might affect anything.
Kind of like looks down and ponders. I believe so. Over the centuries, myself and the other remaining knights who still possess our faculties have sought out to return all the remaining pieces of Argynvost. Little but bones remain. Upon his death, he was butchered like an animal and spread across the land. We have recovered almost all of what he once was. One piece remains, that of his skull. It was taken some time ago by a witch from the swamp. Her and her army of swamp creatures and plant monstrosities, they attacked the manor, caused the destruction in the eastern wall, collapsing the building. We fought them as best we could, but were overwhelmed. Where she took the skull or what she's done with it, I know not. We've strived for 3 centuries now to find it, but I've had no luck.
3 centuries.
Hmm.
Damn. Was that? Which direction is she located in, roughly speaking?
The swamp lies southeast from here, but where exactly within it she resides, we do not know.
I think
Many
we'll be able to
knights
follow.
have ventured in and been droids had to return.
Not gonna lie, mate, but I think we might have a little bit of a chance to find her.
I know your type, so I will not try to dissuade you or point out how you'll die a meaningless death. You may do as you wish.
Noted. Helping us destroy Strahd. I would tell that there is a holy symbol in this place, so that I can grant protection against evil. Do you know something of what you speak?
The amulet of Ravenkind. I know exactly of what you speak.
Oh, fantastic. Do you know where is it?
It lies around Vladimir's neck.
Two birds, one arrow. If you would allow us, might we make use of the amulet once we put them to rest?
Of course. Though it is not fucking word. It is not mine to give.
Understood.
It belongs to Vladimir in life as it does in death.
Ask his forgiveness once we take it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Godfrey.
Of course.
We will search out the skull as best we can. Hopefully this witch, sick as she may be, might keep it as a memento. Whatever hut she lives in. Deep bow, deep wave.
Clicking cleanses head, as do the other revenants sitting at the table.
Where do we go? Is there anything within the hole which may assist us in dispatching this witch?
I do not believe so. Almost everything of value was taken by Strahd's forces. After we were defeated on the battlefield, his men came to Argynvostholt and ransacked the place.
Understood.
Thank you for your time,
Yeah.
Godfrey.
Time is all I have left.
Oh. Fuck. That's a good line. Shit. You guys want to kill Raven?
Yeah, give it a little shot, mate. Easy enough.
Other two.
Yeah.
Don't advise against fighting Vladimir.
Oh,
It is not what we came here to do, is it not?
Yeah, but it'll help us get the amulet, won't it?
If you think we can slay him, then go ahead.
powerful magics in these two, whatever the second one is.
As I told you before, we can't kill these things.
Yeah, but you can make it dead long enough to grab an amulet.
Fine, let him hunt you down to the ends of the earth. Go ahead, be my guest.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Seems
join.
he's connected to the amulet as he is to anything in this world. He may even use it to, what is the word? Take over your body?
All right. What about we go and get the silver dragon's head, bring it back, lay it to rest. That'll stop all the revenant stuff from happening anyway. Then get the amulet in.
This is certainly the best chance I think we have.
All right then. You guys happy with that?
Yeah.
Understood. That's what we used to do.
Good.
Right. Now we have a time. Shall we be about it?
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm happy, mate.
So good.
Are we to sneak out of the mansion?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Okay.
here, should we kill those spiders?
Ah,
There might be some stuff in those rooms.
that is true. However, you creating big enough disturbance and the crazy killer the revenants will come.
Yeah.
Okay.
No fancy fighting them yet, mate. Get them when we bring back the skull, huh?
That's good.
The optimal solution. I imagine if they are put to rest, they will not hamper us in dispatching of the local wildlife.
Yeah. I'm happy with that, mate. Alright, let's go kill a witch.
Very well.
Alright.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys leave the
Sneak
room?
out of the throne room.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Head back into that corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Again, making your way downstairs, down along the balcony, down the main stairs of the foyer, and head towards the main door.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to it. Go to like pull it open,
Mm-hmm.
and it opens.
Good.
Step outside and exit Argynvostholt.
What?
There we go, boys.
I am glad about that. It's at least for a minute.
That was nice, boys.
And I think that's where we'll end the session.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Happy
Yeah.
with that, boys.
Trace.
Perfect.
Oh. We can prepare for murdering a witch next session. Hell yeah.